He said, you understand? I said, yes, sir. He said, you have any other question? I said, no, sir, I have no other question. He said, if you have no other question to ask me, I have a question to ask you. I said, yes, sir. He says, what is ether? He says, what is ether? He says, what is ether? I studied a while. I said, rarefied air. He smiled. I don't know today whether I answered right or wrong. He didn't tell me, and I didn't ask him.
Somebody don't want us to know about the 9 ether.
That's right.
Get follow? The 100% in hieroglyphics is written as a 9. 100%. We are the only people with 9 ether. That light and the light inside of you is linked up. That light inside of you is ether. That light inside of you is ether. That light inside of you is ether. And identifies you as the utopia. And when you combine the two, you get Ethiopia. The original people of Path. That's who we are. We are the ancient Nubians.
Huh? Say it louder. Ethiopia, ether people. We are the ether people, the Ethiopians, the Kusia. They called us in ancient times. We inherited the name Sudan to identify that we were not the burnt-faced people, but we were the original seed. We inherited the name Aswan to identify we were not burnt black, that we were original black, that we had the 9 ether. We're starting to rise back up again. The moment we stop conking our hair and pressing our hair and putting our feet on the grass again, things are going to start opening. We lost our eye and our light is dim. Blow on your hand with wind like this, with your breath. What do you feel? Heat. Why do you feel heat? Huh? No, not because of the temperature. Because of ether. Ether is a gas. You understand that? What do we breathe in? What do we give off? What does it take for fire to burn? Oxygen. What does it give off? Carbon. The devil is never going to tell you, the etheric people or original Ethiopian pygmies, that there's a light burning inside me and you. A real fire burning right inside our chest. Your scientist is not going to admit it. He'll tell it to you when he teaches you about the circulatory system and the respiratory system. He tells you how the blood fuses into the lungs and it's charged and it sends up gases to the brain. He'll tell you that. But he doesn't tell you that when you ignite blood, it ignites into a flame. That's why they said the light shineth in the darkness, but the dark comprehendeth is not. And the light is the life in man. We have a lit sun inside of us. If you see you after a full game of basketball and step back, you see the heat waves coming out of your body. The same way it comes out of the earth. That's why they said he created 2 lights. The greater light and the lesser light. And the greater light was the Ra there. And the reason why we acknowledge and respected Ra is because Ra meant to see. Ra'ah. It didn't mean sun. The word for sun in ancient Egyptian was Shamsa. And that meant mushmish, illumination. It represented the sea because then there was no electricity. So when the sun appeared to rise, because it doesn't rise, that's when we started building. So we look forward for the rising of the sun. The Babylonians did this. They made us hate the rising of the sun by telling us, make sure you don't make fudge while the sun is rising. That's because we were sun people. People trying to get away from the sun made us start hating the sun. How'd they make you hate your hair? No, by telling you to pick cotton. That's right. There was a million things in this country that slaves could have did. It's not amber waves of cotton, it's amber waves of grain. Why'd they have us picking cotton? Because it made us hate the texture of our hair. And that's the first thing everybody here did. Comb their hair, brush their hair, straighten their hair, perm their hair, process their hair, jerry their hair, anything to make your hair straight. You know what you do? You take a piece of hair, take a match and come down there. And you know what you see? Before the fire touches the hair, it curls. It forms a 9. The 9 ether. When they make you start pulling your hair out, they make you cut off the flow of the energy around here. That's what the processing and the straightening is. Name another people on earth would not be here. They call it kinky. I call it kingly.
Ask me if I'm trying to kick knowledge. Nah, I'm trying to kick the shit you need to learn though. That ether, that shit that make your soul burn slow. That ether, that shit that make your soul burn slow. That ether, that shit that make your soul burn slow.